All right, we're back for part two here of our opening feature match for Aetherdrift League Week One. Oscar had a disconnect; his entire computer crashed, so he's back on his phone here. So we needed a few minutes to set that up, and he's back. He's attacking with his 2-3 flying, and the game's going to proceed as we
And the
saw
game
it.
goes on.
Yeah. So thank you to Oscar for being able to stream on your phone. I know it's a little awkward to stream from the phone, but we thank him for doing that and getting this match back on track.
Oh,
Uh,
it looks like we're back off to the races. And if there is one more land played from Alexis, it's a two-turn clock with the Gear Seeker Serpent with the Hellride combo.
yeah, still no land here. He's got a Guidelight Matrix for the turn.
Well, that does count for two turns after this turn. No. Guidelight Matrix is a completely different card. I was thinking
That's
about the blue 2-mana 2/1.
no.
Uh,
This is just the one that can crew vehicles or
yes,
mount
I was thinking about Guidelight Optimizer.
saddles. There's lots of Guidelights in the set, I suppose. Um, yeah, so another turn of like many choices here, as
Of
he's been
course.
having just these turns where there's so many possible things he could do. He's had this Quag Feast the entire game, and the Siphon Fuel, and has just never found anything he wants to kill. Really, the Haunted
That's a good
Hellride has
problem
kind
to
of
have.
been just a removal spell on a stick. Just trade a creature for something else because it has Death Touch.
That's definitely a good problem to have.
He might now play this Grim Javelineer, which has also been, I think, in his hands since the beginning of the game, which can
You
pump
think a catch
something.
will get popped off here,
He
off the
can
Grim
he
Javelineer?
can do +2/+0 with in tandem with the Hellride. So that is, we'll say something. I mean, he has
And there is a lot to be
pretty
said
safe attack
about
with the
the.
Buccaneer.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
And there
not
is a lot to be said
not
about
too much to
the
be afraid of.
disconnects impacting like just the mental of a significant game like this.
Yeah, it's never fun.
Spectral interference gets popped here.
Yeah, I think he's like, it's time. I held it. I held it. I held it. Well, here we are.
That's not what I expected to see, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think had he known there was any random creature coming down, he would have countered the any random creature. I mean, he can just, yeah, pretty happily attack here. He's got a 7/6 death touch, so that's always something that needs to be addressed. Yeah, this 0/8 just is.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, we were sort of extolling a bit of its virtues before, but when you have death touch or evasion, it's just a big old wall of nothing.
So, so big old idiot.
Yeah,
Maybe we see the market back Walker come out here and make some noise.
yeah, he could play it and maybe threaten to block with it now.
And here it
Now
is.
Alexis really wants his land, so he can just kill with this serpent pretty quick. Surprised he played the night market rather than was that a night market?
It was a night market.
I guess he wants to pump up the counters. Oh, he does have a land here, so he can. Alexis can try and get this game over with now.
Seems to be in short order, and we'll go to game
Yeah,
3 if nothing happens off the top here.
yeah. So we get a 7 damage here. Yeah, Gearseeker Serpent. I mean, if it lives, eventually it'll get it done. But it's slow. It's vulnerable to removal. But late in
And
the
the land off
game,
the top will spell doom for Alexis.
all right, so we're getting a
Sorry,
third
for
game here
Oscar.
for our opener. Two very, very interesting games here. Bit back and forth. I think Alexis was ahead for most of this game, but it was he was never like really leaving his opponent in the dust. The Pact Altair gave him a lot of advantage, though.
A huge life buffer, and I think the turning point in that game was the second the Hellride came down, because then nothing became profitable on defense.
Yeah, it just like I said, it was like it removed the 0/8 kind of, while also creating a threat every turn. and pushing in
for sure.
damage or just forcing blades. Yeah.
Got a really nice hand here, game
Okay.
3 on the play.
What's going on
We've
over
got
here?
Lumbering World Wagon in the opener
That's a nice one.
and Sky Streak Engineer on 2.
What else has he got?
A couple of lands and a Villa Hard Bike and everyone's favorite K8.
Ah, yes, the 0/8s once again. So not incredible hand here for Alexis. He has his only other land is another island. Um, so he does have a starting column here, which is the mana rock. He's got Flood the Engine,
Mhm.
Maximum Overdrive, Back on Track, Carrion Cruiser. He's drawn a Plains now. He has one white card.
Oh no.
I might be tempted to Flood the Engines here, just because that thing gets out of control. He doesn't know if Oskar can crew it next turn, but he knows he's going to be really behind if he does.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So it is a 2-for-1.
And
He's still got a land to show for it. So Oscar's up a card for sure, but no further advantage from the wagon.
and we're pressing damage immediately in the air.
Yeah.
Aiming to make
Well.
this a quick game 3.
Okay. So he's got a swamp here, so he can do multiple things, but none of them are super impactful because all he's got are another vehicle and some instants and sorceries that don't interact with the opponent.
Can I just say, Alexis has been really lucky on these runner land, especially the ones that he's needed.
Sometimes you just gotta hope to get there. All right. And he did pick up something with the carrion cruiser here, so that's not bad either.
Uh-oh. Rover Blades the draw.
Hmm.
Might be hoping to make this a quicker game with Double Strike or starting off with a Velohard Bike.
Yeah, that's gonna be real bad for Alexis because he has no interaction whatsoever. Just a bunch of cards that don't do anything right now. Starting column, back on track, maximum overdrive. They're just not doing anything at this time.
The last 2 cards in hand are Kelowna and Silken Strength for Oskar.
Have you played with the
So
Rover blades at all?
I played with them once. They died to a Grim Bauble, and then I was really sad.
Oh, so okay, so it was animated on opponent's turn then.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like super slow. There was it's actually the design is from a mystery booster. You know those like mystery booster playtest cards?
Oh yeah,
Because I actually last year I was at like an event where they did like a chaos sealed and there was a mystery booster and my playtest card was called Unicycle and it was a vehicle equipment.
that's pretty
So
cool.
yeah, it gave like first strike and haste, I believe.
I love how they leaned into
So
that
yeah,
equipment synergy as well with the Aether Spark, making that an artifact equipment planeswalker.
yeah, like the that yeah, I guess I would not be surprised if that was a playtest card too. There's a lot of playtest cards and even unset cards from the past that basically became real cards later on with some
Mm.
tweaks. But yeah, so
Oh, we are.
I'll shout out Unicycle one more time because that was a fun card to play with. But that card was a bit more efficient mana wise than this Rover Blades. This Rover Blades
All
asks
right.
asks a lot of your mana.
The Equip 4 is insane. I don't know how you do it very easily.
Yeah, they end up
And
being pretty careful with double strike nowadays, not to just have it readily available all the time.
Oskar here, not really wanting to lose the only threat he has
Yeah, what can
by. Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say like how many things can Alexis have here to mess around if he does equip the rover blades? And the answer was nothing
Maximum
specifically, but
overdrive.
he does have the maximum overdrive here. So that's the second time that Oskar kind of got his threat eaten up by a maximum overdrive.
It's been an incredible card,
Yeah,
honestly.
it just works. I mean, like
Just
it's just funny how just a little tweak of like changing the color and adding a little thing because like this card is Horrid Vigor, right, from Duskborn, and that was a green
yep.
card, and it was just like fine. Like it
Hmm.
was like you played it sometimes, maybe in your aggro decks a little more, but like it was a card that you could take it or leave it. But putting that +1 counter just gives it that little bump over the edge, right? Like obviously getting a permanent power is good for attacking, but also for crewing. Like Like it makes it,
Mhm.
it's now able to crew more vehicles when it has a +1 counter. Yeah, so just cool how they like tweak these cards just a little bit and find the right spot for them.
Veloheart Bike. Probably not going to be able to do too much.
Oh, here's my friend the gibberish omnivore.
Market back Walker coming down, looking to refuel. The strategy of ending the game just didn't pan out after that maximum overdrive, and now we have to find a way to claw ourselves back into it.
Yeah, and now there's a flyer here. I mean, Oscar's got a high enough life total, but yeah, there is a flyer that's coming. I mean, 3-2 double strike will be annoying, but not unbeatable here.
Not at all.
Yeah,
Especially with the market back Walker giving a threat of growing.
yeah, he has back on track in hand, so I don't think there's anything too awesome in the graveyard right now. He's drawn an engine rat for turn, which with all the mana that he has could do some work. Now he's
And
just
it's
gonna
time to step
check.
on the gas.
Yep. In comes the Glitch Ghost Surveyor. Yeah, so he's gonna go rat and I guess starting column. Okay, now he's just gonna put a counter instead on the
A
market
land off the
backwalker.
top, it's not looking promising.
Yeah, I mean he does get to attack with this 3-2. And Alexis says, "Thank you very much. I'll take the 3 cards, 4 cards."
Four cards.
See, a bounce or something here would be devastating.
Mm. Oh my
But
goodness, you could enchant Silken Strength to the Rover Blades as it's an equipment. That's crazy.
but he didn't, right?
No, it looks wacky on mobile. That's
I mean, I'm not sure why the second strength was needed there. It didn't. His creature had double strike, right? So he was winning.
it did, but it
Oh,
would
it
have
was a 4-4
traded
now.
if it
Yes,
went
of
to
course.
four.
Yeah, of course. All right, another maximum overdrive in hand here, which can stop that double striker right in its tracks.
4 cards, 4 fresh ones.
Yeah, so he got
Kind of
two.
tough to
He
beat.
got 2 lands, a grim javelineer, and a maximum overdrive. So no super haymakers here. But as I saw his deck before, he doesn't really have those super big, powerful haymakers. He's just trying to
Mhm.
get through with these like value cards, the vehicles with value,
Oh no.
tricks and things. Yeah, get this guy out of here.
Oh
I
no.
mean, maximum overdrive is if it's not gone up in your estimation yet for anybody watching, it's a real card in the set. Absolutely real, very good. Not just a random week 1 card. This will be a card you'll see played pretty much throughout.
There goes the 3-2 with the Silken Strength. It's gonna take all that in a bag of chips to come back. There's only a land in hand currently. And facing down an engine rat.
Yeah, I mean,
Island off the
he
top is
still
not
has
helping the
he still has
situation.
19 life, but that's going to go quicker now that this glitch ghost has 2 counters on it. So this glitch ghost surveyor went to maximum overdrive twice. So it's double. I don't know how you go past maximum overdrive, but it did. It just went. It broke the speedometer and
Maximum
just went.
again.
Yeah, it found it
Integer
found a
overflow.
new level of speed.
We can't even crew the Veloheart bike currently.
Nope. I mean, he could give the 0/8 double strike. That is a legal magic play. Right, here comes a Gear Seeker Serpent, and he also has the back on track if
Oh.
one of these threats dies, because he's got a 2-turn clock potentially. Yeah, this is a good card on turn 1. So he
Yeah,
can another
it's
Gear
tough
Seeker
to get
Serpent off
through
the
all of
top.
this.
Okay, so we're seeing we're seeing some good stuff going on here.
Signs of life.
Yeah, I
And
don't
that's 10
know
damage.
why the attack with the Gear Seeker unless you're activating because he has a 0/8. Yeah, he's like, okay, I'm doing this. Yeah.
2 lethal threats on board. I find it hard to believe that it gets answered in one draw.
Yeah, I mean the district mascot can't even kill anything of note because you can just sort of chump attack the district mascot to be able to blow up an artifact or enchantment, but that's not what the threats are. a second gear
Oh my
seeker here,
goodness.
and that's going to be basically it here. I don't see what Oskar can do against three lethal threats. Yeah.
And that's gonna be game.
Yeah, so very, very fun, entertaining match here to start off Aetherdrift League. Hopefully, this is going to be a harbinger of the competitive level that we'll see throughout the tournament. So, thanks for watching. Congratulations to Alexis. Ends the week with a very nice 4-1 record. And we'll be back for our second match in a little bit.